everybody, and welcome back to WooNoo, your weekly Universal news and updates, where I go over everything that's happened at Universal Studios Orlando Resort on a weekly basis. This week a lot has happened, including the start of Halloween Horror Nights preparation, so without any further ado, let's get straight into some news. Starting in the Studios Park in Production Central, the Studio Store now sells a new Loki Danielle Nicole wallet themed to the Disney show for $55, and collectible penny coin albums with a limited Wizarding World logo coin for $12. An arch-like lighting truss will be placed in front of the Music Plaza stage in what is thought to be Halloween Horror Nights preparation, and theming would start to be removed in the former Monsters Cafe along with some lighting. And on Thursday, the whole secondary sign area would be demolished. The construction walls wrapping it would also gain a Minions at Work sign sticker, along with a purple Minion, Gru logo, Minions painting bananas, and Minions painting below. The old Shrek meet and greet would also start demolition with awnings and theming, and continue throughout the week. Rainwater would also get under the exterior layer of the Shrek 4D's building again, a problem that's been happening since they removed the posters from the wall after its closure. In New York, the story at the end of the Tribute Store would be updated again. It would have another newspaper clipping that discusses how the concessions at the Tribute Theater would be poisoned 3 years after the original owners went missing. This would be pinned on the theater owner and his girlfriend, who fled the town and would have a manhunt sent after them. The Tribute Store would also receive new Classic Movies magnets for $12, Classic Movies pins for $10, and Back to the Future ornaments for $15. Over the construction walls, the old Mummy Q videos based on the film would be seen. And after having a set removed last week, the Classic Monsters Tribute Store would remove more sets like the Invisible Man and add a sign that says "Pardon our dust and appearance while we add a new exhibit for you to enjoy." The exit ramp from the ride would have bookshelves added to it. The store would also keep some cases that seem to be new permanent decor for the Mummy's Exit gift shop, Sahara Traders. And the store's transformation into this shop would include new maps, flyers, and tickets for the Museum of Antiques on the floor, museum props that are currently in the middle of installation everywhere, framed historical photos on the ride's exit ramp, ancient weapons, ridiculous amounts of details that have potential to hold new lore, rethemed merchandise stands, broken open wooden crates, tridents, a desk of Easter eggs and lore letters, which is including letters from Evelyn O'Connell to Carl Denham about denying the mummy to be the ninth wonder of the world in a very aggressive manner, who apparently had his mother brought into the dispute by Denham, a newspaper clipping of an article by Jack DeScroll about a show claiming to have the eighth wonder of the world, or King Kong, when the ape broke free and rampaged the streets of New York, with a poster for the show, which this is an Easter egg to the attraction that was in the building Mummy is in now before it, the opening day attraction Confrontation, a letter furthering the beef between the two earlier mentioned characters, a menu to Finnegan's, which is a real restaurant at Universal Orlando, and a paper that says, "Do not disturb the Book of the Dead, our Death Day." The store would also receive new Creature from the Black Lagoon Jack-O-Lantern shirts for $35, Retro 3D Frankenstein's Monster at the Movies shirt for $35, and Frankenstein's Sharing a Drink retro shirt for $35. The outside mummy model for the store would also be moved to the left, with a "This Way" sign added to it for a more convenient placement after the mummy's construction walls were removed last week. A sign was also placed in front of the mummy stating it is closed, but will open late summer 2022. Lighting rigs will be set up by the exit of the Tribute Store in what is thought to be preparation for Halloween Horror Nights. Lights would later be added to these rigs. In Hollywood, the Hello Kitty store would receive a new Hello Kitty Lounge by Wallet for $55. And even though it permanently closed 3 weeks ago, the Williams of Hollywood prop shop would return its posters to its entrance after removing them when it closed. The Frankenstein model would also be removed from the Five and Dime on Sunday. As for Central Park, a few lighting rigs would be set up on the main pathway. This is most likely the start of Halloween Horror Nights construction. Lights would later be added to these rigs. In Kid Zone, the rumors that the former Barney gift shop will become the new Shrek, Donkey, and Fiona meet and greet would be almost confirmed when the booth hung Shrek banners on the walls that were visible over the construction walls. Universal would later officially announce that the Shrek meet and greets will be returning to that location. And on the same day, it would officially open. The area is themed to Shrek's Swamp, with signs stating the area. It has an outhouse and barn doors that the characters come through, along with a stable for Donkey. It would also have a banner put up on the fake tree in the middle that says, "Wanted for malicious bride napping and being a big, stupid, ugly ogre in my perfect world. If you have any information on the whereabouts of this ogre, report to Castle Duloc for immediate questioning." And by questioning, I mean torture. Blah ha ha ha. Oh no, I wrote that. F. Also, SpongeBob Store Pants would receive new SpongeBob Launchfly mini backpacks and wallets. The $82 backpack features SpongeBob and Patrick riding a jellyfish on the front and Squidward running from one on the back. The wallet has the same background but with Gary on the front, and the picture from the front of the backpack on the back of the wallet for $55. A lighting rig would also be set up just outside of Springfield by animal actors, and is thought to be for Halloween Horror Nights. E.T. Toy Closet would also put 40th anniversary stickers in its windows. As for San Francisco, an area in front of Fast and the Furious Supercharged would be walled off for some sort of construction. It also removed a large box that was previously in the middle of the walkway. Lighting rigs would be placed by Fisherman's Wharf, most likely for Halloween Horror Nights. These would also later receive lights. As for London and Diagon Alley, the Hogwarts Express would only run one of its 2 trains on Tuesday, causing doubled lines. And lighting rigs would be set up on the path running by the lake in London, most likely for Halloween Horror Nights. Also, as evident by the large amount of identical backpacks in Diagon Alley, tour groups have returned to Universal Orlando after the pandemic. In Universal's Islands of Adventure, in the Marvel Superhero Island, next to Store, an area would go under construction, temporarily closing the fruit stand meteor crash and Chomp hot dogs in the process. The gag path on the water and the meet and greet building are still open though. Also, in Toon Lagoon, Nemo from the Little Nemo set would be removed, and tokens are no longer used for water blasters or people dryers. The blaster stands now have card readers on them, and the token machines are bolted over. $1 used to get 2 tokens, and therefore 2 water blast uses. But with the card readers, $1 is 1 use. People dryers are also now card only. The water gun game would also be closed for refurbishments. And in Jurassic Park, Jurassic Outfitters will receive new Pez dispensers, themed to the T-Rex, Mosasaurus, and Blue. They are $3.95 a piece, along with a new Mr. DNA Loungefly backpack with a DNA science design on the back for $82. In Skull Island Reign of Kong would turn 8 on Wednesday. And as for Volcano Bay, Krakatoa Katie's would convert from being a merchandise store into a grab-and-go snack and drink stand and bar. The interior is now lined with slushy machines, and new drink menus have been made. They display new specialty drinks of Volcano Bay Rum Punch for $14.50, which is Cruisin' Aged Light Rum, Bacardi Raz, and fresh pineapple juice, grenadine, topped with Bacardi Black in a souvenir cup. Blue Hawaiian for $14.50, being Malibu Coconut Rum, pineapple juice, Blue Curaçao in a souvenir cup, Pina Coladas, Mixed Berry, Strawberry Margaritas, and White Claw for $10.50, Kona Longboard for $10.50, and Corona for $10.50. New food menus also have been made, selling chicken wraps for $10.49, being chicken thighs marinated in soy pineapple vinaigrettes, island coconut chicken wraps for $11.49, being diced chicken, apples, grapes, almonds tossed in a creamy coconut dressing, a veggie wrap for $10.49, being roasted zucchini, yellow squash, grains, hummus, and black beans in a spinach wrap served with veggie chips, Punga protein noodle bowls for $14.99, being chilled romaine noodles, seared tofu, avocado, a hard-boiled egg, fresh vegetables tossed in a sweet and sour island sauce, Waturi chicken noodle bowl for $14.99, being chilled romaine noodles, seared chicken thigh, fresh vegetables tossed in a sweet and sour island sauce, and a tropical fruit salad for $8.49. The food, soda, water, and energy drinks are also kept refrigerated next to the merchandise. Someone would also manage to get themselves arrested in this park. Universal Parks News Today tells the story well, so here's what they wrote. Illinois resident Tom Burridge, 32, was arrested for petite thief and burglary after he entered a closed Volcano Bay restaurant and helped himself to a drink, according to an Orlando police arrest report dealing with the June 22nd incident. The theft charge was a misdemeanor, and the burglary was a second-degree felony. Universal Security had discovered a door that had been broken, leading into one of the closed concession restaurants, Krakatoa Katie's. Security then played back the footage from within the restaurant. At around 7:10 p.m., the footage showed a man wearing green swim trunks and a pink belt bag entering through the building's unlocked door. He grabbed a cup and poured himself an alcoholic beverage from behind the counter. But when he tried to leave, he was stuck inside. He then walks towards the exit doors, which were locked and secured. After realizing the doors were locked, Burridge then slammed his shoulder into the door approximately 3 to 4 times. The action caused the locks on the door to break, and the doors swung open due to the force of Burridge's shoulder hitting them so hard. Burridge then left the restaurant in an unknown direction into the park area. The broken door cost $1,700. And the identified drink Burridge took cost approximately $50. Authorities identified Burridge because 2 hours later, he went to Universal Security to get help from the item he had lost. He was still wearing the same green swim trunks and the pink belt bag from when he entered the store. Universal Security quickly identified Burridge as the suspect for the break-in that had just occurred. The Orlando Police Department was notified. Burridge was detained and questioned. He admitted he should not have gone inside the closed restaurant and taken the drink, saying he effed up, according to the report. He was arrested and then taken to jail. In City Walk, to join the WWE shirts from last week, the booth now has new wrestling socks. They are themed to Hulk Hogan, Angelo Dawkins, Stone Cold, Charlotte Flair, AJ Styles, John Cena, The Rock, Ultimate Warrior, Kurt Angle, Ric Flair, Macho Man, Undertaker, and 2 others I do not know. The studio store would also receive new Loungefly Honeydukes mini backpacks for $82, new Youth Jurassic Park Let 'em Out tees with caution-made bite sleeves for $30, and Youth Jurassic World Live Dinosaur hoodies with matching sleeve designs for $45. Some lighting rigs would also be set up in front and behind of the studio's arches, most likely for the Halloween Horror Nights medallion when it comes, and the Cinemark Rotunda would have ads for Jordan Peele's Nope movie placed on it. As for resorts, Sapphire Falls would turn 8 on Thursday. And for general news, Universal would put an online store banner that states that 10% of Love is Universal merchandise profits in October will go to a variety of memorial and education programs associated with LGBTQIA+. It would also be announced that Adrian Lepelter, the former director of show development for Universal, would pass at age 83. He helped develop Mardi Gras, Halloween Horror Nights, and A Day in the Park with Barney. May he rest in peace. So that's everything that I could find at Universal Studios Orlando Resort this week. I hope you enjoyed the video, I hope it was informational, and real quick, thank you guys so much for getting my last video up to over 1,000 views. It's more than I would ever fathom my channel would get. And with all of that said and done, this is Wunu, signing off.